worshiping them, man.
If we knew what we were, we wouldn't.
Jake would get puffed
Jake
up.
wouldn't do the work.
Jake would get puffed up.
Yeah, Jake get puffed up.
Shit, I'm trying to regulate. I'm a chill.
I'm gonna make it.
If you know that you
had certain men in the old school that the apostles be talking about how certain men, they believe that they was a certain man of the Lord, and they just they was proud as hell, man.
Man, just happy to be a servant.
Come on.
hey,
Just happy to be a servant.
and we nothing but small vessels, man, for the Lord. To do his work, man, do his will. The Lord really don't need us, you know, to do his work, to bring his will forth. Go ahead, bro.
Revelation 10 and 11, and he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. So when did he prophesy before many people? After that. And then you people don't read. It's just easy to say it like that. People don't read. But like Isaiah the 28th chapter says, the word is precept upon precept, when we can put a little here and a little there, all put that all together, where it is edification unto us, but unto you it's a stumbling block.
Yeah.
It's a trap, it's a snare unto you. You can't put the pieces together. You don't know how the puzzle fits, because the Spirit wasn't given unto you.
1 Corinthians 2 and was that 14?
Yeah, when he said,
Or the spiritual things and
Yeah.
the natural man.
And I received
John the Revelator, he came back in another incarnation generations later. All right, through his mother's womb. You know, his father, you know, popped his mother, and she conceived. And the Lord called his spirit, all right, his fetus. He called him from the womb, man. He ordained him to be a prophet, just like he was in his previous lives, man. Because that was always his purpose since the beginning. You know.
1 Corinthians chapter 2, I'm gonna start at 13. It says, which things also we speak, not in the words which man's wisdom teacheth, because the world ain't teaching you about reincarnation. They're teaching you about YOLO, only one life. You only live once. It says, but which the Holy Ghost teacheth, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. And you gotta be spiritual to know about reincarnation, to know people are back in their lots, as the prophets again. No?
And like example, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. The Apostle Tahar recently went into how King David is Peter. A lot of people, certain people just couldn't receive it.
They go over their head.
So you mean to tell me, so how is David and Peter gonna be in the kingdom? If you was wise and you was spiritual, you know that that's the same person.
Yeah.
Just like Solomon and Yahushua is going to be in the kingdom, but we know that that's one person.
Because who's the king of peace?
Okay.
We know Solomon was the king of peace, but Yahushua is going to be the king of peace. When he really said, because you know, when he sets him back in that lot again. Yeah. Who was the sacrifice? You know, I won't go too far, but who was the sacrifice? Well, we know that I'm sorry, y'all had a question?
Are y'all Israelites?
Yes, ma'am.
My sister, she's Israelite.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're an Israelite too, if you can receive it.
Yeah. You're Israelite too.
It's what you're born. You're born as an Israelite, whether you know that or not. You know.
It's a nationality.
It's a nationality. So if you're on this side,
go ahead, bro.
No, I just want to say, if you're on this side, you're born an Israelite. You know, but these are your biblical names right there. The tribe that you're from.
The Lord made nations. He didn't make black, white, Chinese. He made 19 nations and 18. Excuse me, 18. And this is the nation. That's his beloved nation. You know, chosen. That's why. I mean, I don't know how good y'all living, but it can't be super good, because we know what the scriptures say about how we're supposed to be living right now. How these people are supposed to be living in this time. So just to say that, we know that there's better coming for us in the kingdom of heaven. But till that part comes, there's gonna be a lot of real bad though.
Did your sister let you know that part?
We barely talk to her.
Yeah, okay. You might want to talk to her a little bit more. She may know something that you need to hear. You know, like anybody got the mark now?
It's over there.
Oh, y'all part of the, what is it? UNIC?
No,
That's
IUIC?
Oh, yeah,
Different.
we're different Israelite
But what's
group.
the difference in the group?
We
Because
just-
I see a lot of different groups and y'all say basically the same thing, but certain things like some of you have multiple wives, some of you do this, some of you do that, and like they all do the purple and gold. And
Uh-huh.
y'all see y'all have multicolor things, they do
Right.
the fringes.
Yep.
So what's the difference in the groups? Or who made that distinction? If you all say
We're differentiated by the doctrine that we
Yep.
teach. The scriptures say we're all supposed to speak the same thing and there be no divisions among us. So if there's an Israelite group that teach different than what we teach, we're not going to come together because that'll cause confusion on other people. You know, like for example, you got certain Israelite groups that teach that the mark of the beast is Christianity. Our group, we don't push that. We don't believe that. We believe that the mark of the beast is an RFID chip, which the government, they're going to plan to implement this, where everybody's going to have to take this implant in your hand or in your head,
Somewhere in your
because they're
body.
going to replace this current economic system. You know, because we're used to paying with cash and paper money, but the government is going to do away with cash completely, and they're going to basically set up a system where everything's going to be digital, biometric. And we was talking about John Revelator
Right.
going into prophecy. The book of Revelation talk about there's going to be a mark that the beast is going to cause all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive in their right hand, on their forehead, that no man might buy or sell, say he that had the mark.
You ain't gonna be able to, if I may say, Slap.
Yep.
You're not gonna be able to participate in society if you don't have this thing.
Right.
So, and think about that. You can't go to the store. You can't buy a house. You
Can't work.
work.
Can't buy food,
food, car. You don't walk like it's bad.
food and water.
And if we really want to get down to how bad the times could be at this moment, if there's checkpoints, you can't get past the checkpoint without. So you can't get to certain parts of town. Can't get on the bus. So I mean,
Get
a
a
lot
driver's
of
license.
With your
This
faith in
word.
the Lord.
I
Yeah,
mean, how is that gonna
because he's gonna
make
protect
let us
us.
go to the store and do all that?
Because he said his servants shall eat.
Joe
I
5.
get it.
Yeah, you got
I
it.
get it. Someone get Job 5.
It's basically it's based on your faith.
Yeah.
The Lord wants to see if you're going to believe He's going to feed you, even when that does take place.
This is Isaiah 65 and
Because
13.
when you read the judgment about those that do receive it, the judgment, you got this over here? The judgment is if you do accept it, when these missiles hit America and destroy this place, because that's prophesied in the Bible that America is going to be totally destroyed by thermonuclear heat. So if you take this device that we're telling you to not take, according to the prophecy, this will be a judgment. So that's why it's important for us to come out here and warn our people about it, because this government, this beast system, which is controlled by the spiritual demon Satan, they got it to where they want the whole world dependent upon this device. They're gonna try to control all of mankind with that device. You already got people in the military that got these chips implanted in.
You got people in
people
America.
in America that got chips implanted in. You got people over there in Europe, in places like Sweden,
Yep.
where it's basically 95% cashless.
Yep.
People are getting the microchip put into it. And with that chip, they got these kiosks where you could just basically just swipe your hand or put your hand right there, and it takes the money right off that chip.
Open doors.
You can open up doors.
Get in the clubs.
You can use printers with it. All that. But the catch to it is they're going to be able to track you. They're going to be able to know your every move. They're going to be able to know your thoughts through this device. That's how you know it's of Satan, because the Lord doesn't. Why would the Lord do something like that? No. So the reason why we're bringing this up to you is because there's other Israelite groups that don't teach that. They don't believe that. So that's why we're not going to come together with them. You get me? And of course, when you read the prophecy, it says that you're going to be destroyed. So just imagine if you, like that group, IUIC with the purple, they teach that that's not the mark of the beast.
Isaiah 65.
So what are they telling their congregation?
I don't know.
Basically what they're saying is it's okay, you can take it because it's not the mark of the beast. So they're setting their people up
Stop there and read down there.
for
So
judgment.
y'all do the Sabbath from sundown to Friday. You know, you can't heat up your food.
Yeah, we
You
keep
can't-
the we don't keep it according to the Friday sundown, Saturday sundown, but we do keep the Sabbath. Though.
According to the
We
Sabbath.
keep it according to the new moon.
See, this is like whatever your interpretation is.
No, that's
There's only one truth, though.
you say
But
whatever
how
our
do we know?
interpretation is, but in the ancient,
I'm just saying,
in the
like,
ancient,
you said
yeah,
your group do it one way,
Right.
they do it
But let
another
me-
way, like
Yeah.
they don't eat.
But let me explain to you
can't
how it's
use your
supposed to be
microwave,
held.
you can't-
Because in the ancient world, they didn't have Monday, Sunday.
course they did.
They didn't. So we're holding the Sabbath how it's supposed to be held, according to the law, so to the scriptures. Because the new moons begin and end each month. You go back to the word moon, the word moon comes from the word month. So the other Israelite groups, they can do what they